When I first heard of Red Shoes and the Seven Dwarfs, I was immediately excited. A movie about a chubby princess, what's not to love? Then it just kinda disappeared after the original teaser trailer, for years, wasn't even released on Netflix along with all these other, low-budget, CGI overseas movies. I can find a DVD of 100% Wolf at Walmart, but I can't find this. So what happened? Well, it looks like it starts with a series of missteps involving the marketing, particularly this display, which read "What if Snow White was no longer beautiful?" Oh boy. Okay, so even if you aren't like me, and many others, who find fat women attractive, I don't think you would call this version of the character ugly. She's adorable. There was a well-deserved backlash to this tactless marketing. Even the film's star, Chloe Moretz, spoke out against it, which is not a good look. But you know, if I am being honest, it's not like she was really into the role.
Your names are the same as the F7. The Fearless 7?
Up and at them.
But wait. Are you, like, trying to advertise this movie to kids? Did not seem like a kids movie. In the original trailer, it showcases the titular character undressing into a sheer nightie. It kinda gave me the impression this was going to be like an edgier take on the fairy tale. I mean, maybe not full-blown raunchy, but maybe lands somewhere between Shrek and Sausage Party.
We need to get you out of those clothes.
As I mentioned, this is a foreign production, produced in South Korea and bankrolled by a company in Germany, I believed. So movies like this don't share the American perspective of marketability. That's always really refreshing. At least it would be, if this was the movie we got, because there are a number of differences between the trailer and the movie. First off, the magic mirror teleportation. There is a magic mirror in the movie, but it doesn't do that.
And tell me her name!
How should I know? I don't get out much. Magic is just my first name. It's short for Magichard. Like Richard.
Second, the dwarves are green in the movie, and in the trailer they have regular Caucasian skin tone. Also, they appear to be after the shoes, as if they were sent on a mission for them.
I think we're in the right place.
Oh.
In the movie they are completely ambivalent towards the shoes, since they don't even suspect that Snow White isn't who she says she is.
My name is... Red Shoes.
Cool name.
And finally, the movie lacked the sexual energy displayed in the trailer. Also, I was kinda hoping the main character was going to be a little more of a glutton. That wouldn't have been essential to her character or the story, it's just something I wanted. She releases a satisfied little belch after she takes a drink. And that just kinda got my hopes up. I really wanted to see her just decimate the Seven Dwarfs pantry. In the movie, she just eats like 2 donuts and a taco. So either this was a proof of concept that got released as a teaser trailer, which is really unlikely but plausible, or the marketing disaster made a whole bunch of people say, oh crap, we gotta fix this. We gotta make it more kid-friendly.
Green is like an ogre. Blue or yellow could have made us look cute. Cuddly.
We gotta make it more like Shrek.
Has Ariel RSVP'd?
She says she can't make it, sir. She has to wax her legs.
But she's a mermaid. Princess Cruz.
That's a ship, sir.
Princess Leia.
She's a general.
I laughed a little too hard at that joke, by the way.
It's about family.
So the movie that came out of it was considerably more generic and considerably more confusing. There are certain plot points that just don't make sense, like the evil stepmother is feeding people to this apple tree that turns the apples into shoes, and those give her youth back. But for some reason they've just stopped working, and it's never explained why. She captures Snow White with the intent to give her to the tree, but why would you expect these shoes to do any better?
That doesn't make any sense.
Then there is another tree, that is actually like a mirror, but still a tree, played by Patrick Warburton, and he's the only voice actor I'm going to point out, because his performance is the only one worth noting.
You're going after her yourself?
What, were you going to go?
I get it. I don't have legs.
And there's this bit at the end about Heart's Desire.
Just take the shoes and let us go.
Ah, I wish. They're made of pure magic apple. The fruit of temptation and want. They feed on your desires, and once they give you what you desire, the bond is permanent.
So I was thinking, he's the real villain of the movie, and he's using the stepmother to feed him people, but you know I'm not sure if these two are the same tree or not. Also the mirror tree is pretty neutral at the start, like he's just kinda doing his job, but he becomes the mustache-twirling final boss. Also you may have noticed the story is also a hodgepodge of different fairy tale elements. You have an evil stepmother obsessed with youth and beauty, but you also have ruby slippers. Then you have brash young heroes punished for not being able to look past appearances.
She wasn't a witch. She was a princess. The fairy princess. How are we supposed to know she looks like a witch?
You have Jack and Hans, and Pino, Noki, and Kyo. Get it?
Behold my handcrafted purity!
But you also have like King Arthur and Merlin. Which? Yeah. Are they even fairy tales? I mean yeah, but I would consider them more legends. There's a distinction there but I can't really describe it.
I can't tell if this drawing is terrible or really avant-garde.
Oh, my neighbor's a great art teacher. Pablo Picasso girl?
Okay, I should get back to the plot. The 7 hero dwarfs are trying to get a kiss from Red Shoes. Because they hope that will break the curse, but the movie seems to focus more on Merlin, who is just a piece of garbage.
Daddy's on the big side. You must take after your mother.
No, I look a lot like Pop. Oh, yeah, my mother.
And I'm not really sure what he did to break the curse or stop the villain, or how he even survived.
That doesn't make any sense.
But let's get back to Red Shoes, who is actually a really interesting character. For starters, she is not bothered at all by her original fat appearance. In fact, she finds it kinda distressing that she isn't as big as she was. And now unable to perform the feats she used to.
Need to use that core of...
I see that light at the end of the funnel.
Oh, I used to be able to bench 250.
It isn't until Merlin's reaction that she becomes insecure about her appearance.
If I'd given up their magic, you wouldn't have helped me find my father, would you? Would you?
And then uses the shoes to transform, which I guess was a trap. Like the shoes need you to want to be vain, but again that would make the tree the real villain. But if that's the case, why didn't anything bad happen to the evil stepmother, when she tried the shoes on?
That doesn't make any sense.
And what makes her think, shoes made from Snow White will actually work this time?
That doesn't make any sense.
And why did certain people in the kingdom transform into wooden animals?
That doesn't make any sense.
Sad part is, there is a lot of potential for a good story, somewhere here, and it doesn't look nearly as bad as some other straight-to-streaming movies.
Mamma mia! It wouldn't buy!
Some parts have really good character animation, and other parts just seem really stiff. And again I think the whole thing comes back to that marketing blunder, because this whole movie just stinks of rewrites and reshoots. We may have missed out on a pretty good story about someone hiding a secret and then having to come to terms with it. But then again, there's no guarantee that an edgier version of this film wouldn't have been terrible either.
Sorry, Charlie.
The weird thing is, they're super comfortable.